Ladies and gentlemen, men over 50, let me ask you something. What if I told you there is a single spot on your body that, when treated the right way, can send a rush of fresh blood to your most intimate areas, restore sensitivity, and help you wake up feeling like you did 20 years ago? It is not on the shaft. It is not a muscle you exercise at the gym, and most men have never even thought about it. Yet in my 10 years as a urologist, I have seen this one simple routine done with a common natural oil bring back confidence and performance in ways that truly surprise my patients. Today, I am going to reveal exactly where that spot is, why it is so powerful, and how you can start using it tonight to naturally strengthen your erections without pills or complicated gadgets. By the end of this video, you will understand why castor oil can be such a powerful ally for blood flow, nerve sensitivity, and hormonal balance. You will also learn exactly where to apply it, how often, and what changes you might expect over the coming weeks. So, please stay with me because the details here truly matter. Before I tell you about the exact spot and the method for applying the castor oil, we first need to understand what is really going on inside the male body after the age of 50. You see, an erection is not just a moment of arousal or a simple physical reaction. It is one of the most complex events your body can produce. It requires the perfect coordination between your brain, your hormone system, your network of sensitive nerves, and a precise response from your blood vessels. If even one of these elements slows down or becomes less efficient, the entire process can feel weaker, slower, or less reliable. With time, the blood vessels that supply your erectile tissue can lose some of their natural flexibility. They become less able to open wide and allow that rush of blood you need for firmness. When that blood does arrive, it can be harder to keep it trapped inside the erectile chambers. At the same time, your testosterone levels, the hormones that fuel not only desire, but also tissue health, may begin to decline little by little. This gradual shift can influence your energy, your mood, and the very strength of your erections. Another change that often goes unnoticed is in the tiny nerve endings that carry signals of pleasure from the penis to the brain. Over the decades, these nerve endings can lose some of their sensitivity, meaning the same touch or stimulation that once sparked a strong response may now feel muted. And we cannot forget about the pelvic floor muscles. Those deep, often overlooked muscles that act like a locking mechanism to keep blood in the penis once it is there. With age, these muscles can weaken, and when they do, erections are more likely to fade before you want them to. Now, here is the point where many men start to lose hope. They assume this slow decline is just an unavoidable part of aging, that nothing can be done to turn it around. I can tell you from years of working with patients that this is simply not true. The body, even past 50, still has remarkable capacity for recovery if you give it the right kind of stimulation, care, and environment. When you target the right structures, the muscles, the blood vessels, the nerves, you can restore vitality in ways that feel almost like turning back the clock. And this is exactly where castor oil becomes such a surprising and powerful tool. It is not a magic potion, but when applied to the right place in the right way, it can support circulation, wake up dormant nerve endings, and help recondition the pelvic area for stronger, more dependable erections. In just a moment, I will show you exactly how to use it. Castor oil is not just any ordinary oil you might find in your kitchen or bathroom cabinet. It has a very unique composition, the most important part of which is a natural compound called rhinanoleic acid. This compound is what gives castor oil its remarkable healing properties. It works as a natural anti-inflammatory, calming irritation deep within tissues and soothing areas that may be tight, tense, or under strain. It also supports blood circulation by helping blood vessels relax and open, allowing more oxygen-rich blood to flow where it is needed. And perhaps just as importantly, it encourages the lymphatic system, your body's internal cleaning crew, to move more efficiently, clearing away built-up toxins and waste products that can slow healing and reduce tissue vitality. These qualities are why, for hundreds of years, castor oil packs have been used in traditional medicine across cultures. People would apply them to the abdomen to stimulate sluggish organs like the liver, to sore joints to ease pain, or to the skin to speed up recovery from injury. The oil's deep, penetrating nature made it a favorite remedy for problems that needed more than surface-level treatment. When we focus on male sexual health, the real magic of castor oil lies in the same ability to sink deeply into tissues. It does not just sit on top of the skin, it moves through the layers, reaching areas that are rich in blood vessels and nerve endings. When applied over key zones that influence erectile function, castor oil can help muscles release long-held tension, improve the openness of blood vessels, and bring fresh, nourishing blood to the erectile tissues. It is also incredibly effective at feeding those delicate nerve endings that may have become less responsive with age. Think of it like gently reawakening a pathway that has been quiet for too long. This renewed nerve activity can mean greater sensitivity, more natural arousal, and a stronger brain-body connection during intimacy. Many men who try this technique describe the effect in very similar words. They call it a gentle awakening or a quiet switch turning back on. They notice a subtle warmth, a pleasant fullness, or even a tingling in areas that had not felt that way in years. This is not about forcing the body, but about creating the right environment for it to remember how to perform at its best. And when this deep acting oil is combined with the specific application spot I am about to reveal, the results can be surprisingly powerful. Not in a sudden, artificial way, but in a steady, natural return of function that feels like your own body working exactly as it should. So where exactly should this be applied? The secret spot is not actually on the shaft itself, as many might assume. It is the perineum, that soft, slightly muscular area located between the scrotum and the anus. Although it might not seem like an obvious choice, this small area is in fact a major crossroads for some of the most important structures that control erections. Beneath this layer of skin lies the bulbospongiosus muscle, which acts almost like a natural clamp, helping to trap blood inside the penis and maintain firmness. Running through this region are also branches of the pudendal nerve, which carry the crucial signals of arousal and sensation to and from the brain. Alongside these nerves are arteries that supply fresh, oxygen-rich blood directly to the erectile tissue. In other words, this is not just a patch of skin. It is a control hub for sexual performance. When you apply castor oil here, you are doing far more than simply moisturizing the surface. You are delivering its deep, penetrating properties right into the core of your pelvic floor. The oil encourages those muscles to soften and release tension, allowing blood vessels to expand and deliver a healthier flow. It also nourishes and stimulates the nerve pathways that may have been sluggish or underactive for years. This combination of muscle relaxation, improved blood supply, and nerve reactivation creates the perfect environment for stronger, more consistent erections. In my experience, this can be especially transformative for men who have noticed a gradual decline. Perhaps their morning erections are not as firm, or they find themselves losing hardness too soon during intimacy. By targeting this spot, you are addressing several underlying factors at once rather than just the surface symptoms. Here's how to do it correctly so you get the maximum benefit. Begin by making sure the area is clean and completely dry. This ensures that the oil can absorb deeply without any barrier on the skin. Take a teaspoon of pure cold-dressed castor oil, and I cannot stress enough the importance of using a high-quality, unrefined oil, as this keeps all of its natural compounds intact. Warm the oil gently, either by rubbing it slowly between your fingers and palms or by placing the teaspoon in a small bowl of warm water for a few minutes. You are not looking for high heat, just enough to make it pleasantly warm when it touches your skin. Once the oil is ready, settle into a comfortable position where you can easily reach the perineum using slow, firm, yet gentle movements. Begin massaging the oil into that area. Your aim is to press deeply enough to feel the underlying muscle, but without creating any discomfort. Imagine you are coaxing the tissue to soften, open, and receive the nourishment. Allow your fingers to move in small, steady circles or gentle strokes, covering the entire space between the scrotum and the anus. Spend at least 2 to 3 minutes here, longer if you can. This is not about speed. It is about giving your body the time to respond. The more mindful and unhurried your touch, the more the muscles and blood vessels in this area will relax. Many men find that focusing on their breathing while doing the slow inhale, slow exhale helps release even more tension and encourages the body to welcome the sensation. For an added boost, once the massage is complete, place a warm compress or a folded towel that has been dipped in warm water over the area for about 15 minutes. The combination of heat and oil creates a deeper level of penetration into the tissues and enhances circulation even further. You might feel a gentle warmth spreading across your pelvic region. This is a sign that blood flow is increasing. I recommend making this a calming end-of-day ritual. Doing it in the evening when your body is already beginning to unwind allows the tissues to stay relaxed and continue absorbing the oil overnight without interruption. With regular practice, this simple routine can become a quiet, restorative habit that supports not only your intimate health, but also your overall sense of well-being. Some men tell me they begin noticing subtle changes within just a few days. Perhaps a gentle warmth, a light tingling sensation, or a feeling of more aliveness in the pelvic area. For others, the improvements build more slowly, often taking 2 to 4 weeks of regular application before they notice clear signs like stronger morning firmness or the ability to maintain an erection more reliably during intimacy. Every body responds at its own pace, and that is perfectly normal. What is important to remember is that this is not a quick artificial boost like a pill. Instead, it is a process of gently retraining your body, reconditioning your tissues, and restoring the natural mechanisms that support healthy function. Along the way, you may notice some surprising extra benefits. Many men report feeling a greater sense of ease in the pelvic floor, as if tension they did not even realize they were holding has been released. Others mention less stiffness or tightness in the lower back. Since the muscles and nerves in this region are closely interconnected in some cases, men find that their urinary control improves. They can hold their bladder more easily and experience fewer nighttime bathroom trips. This is no coincidence. The same nerves and muscle groups that help you achieve and maintain an erection also play a direct role in bladder health. Of course, castor oil alone will give you the best results when it is supported by healthy daily habits that nourish your circulation and balance your hormones. Make it a priority to stay well hydrated throughout the day so your blood flows freely and your tissues stay plump and responsive. Include plenty of leafy greens and beets in your meals to naturally boost nitric oxide, a compound that helps blood vessels open wider and deliver more oxygen to every part of your body, including your most intimate areas. Choose foods rich in healthy fats like salmon, walnuts, and extra virgin olive oil, which provide the building blocks for healthy testosterone levels and supple blood vessel walls. In addition to diet, consider adding gentle pelvic floor exercises into your weekly routine. Cool, when done correctly, can strengthen the very muscles that help trap blood inside the penis, making your erections not just firmer, but also longer lasting. Even a few minutes a day can create noticeable improvement over time. And finally, never underestimate the role of your mind in your sexual health. Stress, worry, and constant tension flood the body with hormones that tighten blood vessels and dampen desire. Taking time each day for relaxation is not a luxury. It is a necessity. Whether you find calm through deep breathing, a slow evening walk, stretching before bed, or simply sitting quietly in your favorite chair, these moments of rest help your body shift into a state where intimacy feels natural and enjoyable again. When you combine castor oil therapy with these supportive habits, you create the perfect environment for lasting, meaningful change. Castor oil is generally safe for external use, but it is important to choose a pure cold-pressed variety to make sure you are getting all of its natural benefits without added chemicals or processing that could irritate the skin. Avoid using it on broken, inflamed, or irritated skin, as this can cause discomfort and slow healing. If you ever experience significant pelvic pain, sudden or unexplained changes in erectile function, or other unusual symptoms, please see your doctor promptly to rule out any underlying conditions that may require treatment. If you are taking medications for blood pressure, heart disease, or other circulation-related concerns, it is always wise to let your physician know before adding any new regimen, even a natural one like this. Your doctor can guide you in making sure that this practice works safely alongside your current care plan. Remember, the goal here is not just improvement, but improvement in a way that supports your overall health for years to come. So to all the men watching, I want you to remember this. Your body is far more adaptable than you might believe. Even after 50, it is capable of responding, healing, and regaining strength in ways that can truly surprise you. With the right care, the right stimulation, and the right habits, you can reignite that spark you thought was fading for good and enjoy intimacy that feels confident, natural, and fulfilling. Try this simple castor oil technique consistently and give your body the nourishment it needs, both from the outside and the inside. Support it with healthy food, good hydration, and daily moments of relaxation. And you might just find yourself experiencing changes that go beyond what you hoped for. Do not rush the process. Trust it. And if you have found this information helpful or encouraging, please do not keep it to yourself. Share it with someone you care about who could benefit from it. You never know how much of a difference a simple piece of knowledge can make in someone else's life. This is Dr. Sophia Carter, wishing you health, vitality, and confidence at every stage of life. Thank you for spending this time with me, and I look forward to seeing you again in the next video. Until then, take care of yourself, listen to your body, and never stop believing in its ability to restore and renew.